As far as roadblocks in coming to believe in universal restoration or universal salvation or Christian universalism, however you want to put that, I think my biggest one was free will. Because I was thinking that, well, God has to finally let the decision be ours. And it wouldn't be right for God to force us into a relationship that we just didn't want. And so my idea was that God, being good, gives us every possible opportunity to repent and to come home and see the error of our ways. But if finally there might be something that happens, that if we embrace evil continuously, not just in this life, but in the ages to come, that we might in some way get to the point where we limited our response even to say yes, and that it would be like this very gradual descent into non-existence. Not anything ever because that God didn't want us to come home, but we just finally gradually, and I thought that would be hard for somebody to be that persistent, but I thought, well, run into some pretty stubborn people. So maybe there's somebody that just wants to be that persistent. So maybe God can't finally save everyone. It was when I read, however, the work of Thomas Talbot and David Bentley Hart that I began to realize that there's a fundamental incoherence in the idea of the libertarian free will, that basically the final decision to turn away from God and the love for which we've been created is the most irrational decision of all. So it's not possible to make that as a rational decision, and that God in love would not allow an irrational decision on our part to be the final decision of our destiny. So loving parents, if their child, I know examples of this. I know a parent whose child completely lost their mind on drugs and was pulling their hair out and doing things very self-destructive. And the parent had the child restrained until the child could come to their senses. And so I think God lets us descend into all kinds of levels of misunderstanding and even insanity. But I think that God never allows us to devolve past a point that God cannot finally, I came to believe that God would not let our insanity be the final word on our destiny.